Hey everybody, how y'all doing? Coach KP here, KP Fumblers. Put those down for a minute. Hey, last time we visited in with you all was on our live video on our draft order draft pick, and then we got our rankings for our draft and our draft order for our draft, our actual draft in the fantasy league. This fantasy league is the fantasy league. That is what this is. I'm Coach KP, coach of the KP Fumblers. And we're going to be going over what happened at the draft today. That's what we're going to be doing. So we're going to look at this. We're going to look at everybody's rankings, everybody's their grades that they got on the draft, and kind of go over a little bit, see how they're kind of projected to do throughout the season. So let's get into it. Let's see where we're at. Let's go low to high. Let's start with our worst draft grade right here. Brad's best team, drafted 12th, got a draft grade of an F. Whenever I first looked at this the other day, I didn't think we had anybody with an F, and then I looked again, and Brad's best team, one of our top coaches in the league, got an F this year. So we're going to see how that plays out. How is Brad's best team projected to do this year? Looks like he's projected to do 1-13. 1 win, 13 losses. We'll see if that happens. I doubt it will. Not with this coach. He'll find a way to win. This may spark a little bit of willingness or wantingness for people to trade this year. Not just go to the waiver wire and pick up people that are on the waiver wire, but maybe actually try to draft with other players in the league. So Brad's best team, drafted 12th, got an F, projected 1 win, 13 losses. We'll see how that plays out. His best pickup in the draft, Caleb Johnson. That's running back for the Steelers. And his worst draft pick was Bo Nix, quarterback for the Denver Broncos there. So his worst draft pick, we're going to dive into that real quick. We'll see what's going on here. His worst draft pick, Bo Nix, is the primary quarterback for the Denver Broncos there. Projected points, projected position rank is 7th, and projected rank is 8, and percentage of starts is 83%. Look a little bit of his history here, or maybe a little bit of his stats. 2023, don't have anything, didn't get no points. 2024, 387 points. Projected this year, 332 points. So they're projecting him to fall off a little bit, but I don't see that happening. I think that he'll get more than 332 points this season. I don't see him going backwards on that in 2025. But that's what Yahoo's come up with. Let's move on. Who's next? Suicide Squad with a D grade. Drafted 8th position, got a D. Nelson. Let's see that report card. Let's see who he's got. Suicide Squad. Looks like 2 wins and 12 losses is what they're projecting for him this year. Don't know if that'll happen. We'll see. But he drafted 8th and got a D. His best player looks like, what in the... Puka Nacua, wide receiver for Los Angeles Rams. All right, good luck with that one, T. Worst player, Justin Hilbert, quarterback for the Chargers. Let's go into this. His worst pick looks like he's projected to get 19 points, 18 points, 18 points, 18 points, 17 points, 19 points. That doesn't look like a bad draft pick to me. That don't look like a bad draft pick to me. I don't know where Yahoo gets their rankings and their gradings from, but that's a lot of points if that's going to be consistently that high. That's somebody that you can rely on. Now, do you want your quarterback to only get 18, 17 points? No. You want somebody who can consistently put up 20, 24, 30. We've even seen quarterbacks in this league go 40 points, and that's unheard of. But that really makes up and takes you to another level when that does happen. We'll see how that goes. O-Dogs is next on the list with a D+ rating. Drafted position was number 9. Let's see how Sean did here. Jordan Mason was his best draft pick. He's a running back for the Vikings, and then his worst draft pick was Kyler Murray, quarterback for the Cardinals. There, round 7 picked him up. It looks like Kyle Murray, and then how's old Sean going to do here? 3-11 is what they're projecting there for him. 3 wins, 11 losses. So we'll see if he does that or see if he can do a little bit better than that. Jesse's Bestie's next on the list with a C-. Draft position number 10 with a C- grade. Justin Jefferson was the best pick for her, wide receiver for the Vikings. And the worst pick was Patrick Mahomes, quarterback for the Kansas City Chiefs. We don't need to dive into that. She's going to do just fine with those picks. What's she projected with here? 7-7, right in the middle there. Bam. So we'll see. Go either way. So they're guessing she's going to be right in the middle of the league there. Coming up next, Martin Pigskinners with a C-, C- grade, draft position number 1 with C-. Now, I'm not sure how got a C- on that with draft position number 1. Like I said, I'm not sure how Yahoo Fantasy Sports grades this and how they weight it, but I do believe there's a weighting system to this, and you'll see as we go through this here. But his best draft pick, Kenneth Walker III, running back for the Seattle Seahawks, and then worst draft pick, looks like Dayton Kincaid, tight end for the Buffalo Bills. He is projected to go 6-8. Projected to go 6-8. So we'll see how he does with that. Luck Smashers coming in next with a C. C, drafted position number 2 with a C. So his best draft was Jaylen Warren, and that was the best one. And then worst draft pick was Titaroa McMillan. I'm not sure who this is. Let's dive into this. Wide receiver for the Panthers. Game log, projected points 14, 14, 15, 14, 14, 15, 13, 14, 13, 14, 14, 13, 15 bye week, 13, 15, 12. Not bad. If that's the worst that he's got to worry about. This is a 60% start rating for him. That's not a bad draft pick at all. So I think he's going to do just fine with that. Where are we at? Here we go. Can't get right. Shama. What'd you get? Got a C+. C+, drafted 4th position. Got Evan Ingram as your best draft pick, tight end for the Denver Broncos. And worst draft pick is going to be Brock Purdy, San Francisco quarterback. Let's dive into him. 20, 20, 20, 21, 20, 19, 21, 20, 19, 21, 20, 21, 20. Bye week, 21, 20, 21. Looking pretty good is what it's looking like. I think he's going to be all right with that one. Where are we at now? Now we're going up. Luck Smashers. Did we do Luck Smashers? We did do Luck Smashers. Yes. We did Luck Smashers. We are going to Lucky A's. Aaron with Lucky A's coming in draft position number 11th with a C+. Aaron Coleman coming in at, what they projected him at? 9 wins, 5 losses. Going to be in the top there. That's all right. What did we say for Luck Smashers? Luck Smashers was 6 wins, 8 losses. I don't know if I said that for him or not, but Lucky A's 9 wins, 5 losses. Best draft pick, Aaron Jones Sr., running back for the Vikings, and then worst draft pick, Drake Prescott, quarterback for the Cowboys there. Where are we going next? I should have went down the list on this. We already did the can't get right. There we go. Dude, where's Lamar? Mike Oakes. Dude, where's Lamar? Draft position number 3. Got a B. Solid B on that. Best overall draft pick, DK Metcalf. And his worst was Michael Pittman Jr. with wide receiver for the Colts. Metcalf was a wide receiver for the Steelers. So we'll go from there. Where's he at? Dude, where's Lamar? 9 wins, 5 losses is a prediction. So we'll keep that in mind, and we'll see how he turns out towards the end of the season. Getting closer to the top of the list here. Third from the top, right here, KP Fumblers with an A draft pick. Now, y'all don't know this, but Coach KP here got him assistant coach this year through fantasy football draft assistant. And you can do that. Costs $35. What it's supposed to do is it's supposed to take your draft position and give you recommendations. You can choose to pick those recommendations and go with them if you'd like, or you don't have to do that at all. You can make your own draft pick, but it does give you some advice. It gives you some other professionals' advice as well that you can either take or leave if you choose to. I, this year, decided to go with it 100%. Wanted to try it out, wanted to test it out, see how it did. Haven't been doing that great for the past few years. We're going to try this out, change it up a little bit. Couldn't hurt. So, not to say we're going to have the same team at the end of the season that we have at the beginning of the season, because we do always anticipate many adds and drops, and hopefully some trades as well. So, draft position number 5 with a grade of A, KP Fumblers, Coach KP. Best draft pick, Breece Hall, running back for the Jets. And worst draft pick was actually my first draft pick, Terry McBride, tight end for the Cardinals. Projected 9 wins, 5 losses. Moving right along to our second place, Jinker Stinkers, with an A+ rating. Jinker Stinkers came into the draft at number 6. Got an A+ rating. The middle draft positions, 5, 6, 7, they don't hardly move during the draft at all. You're basically in the middle, which once you're into the draft, you're basically at the end. Because 12 gets to pick right back again. 11, you're only a couple away from your last pick. But then you get thrown way down the line, though, as well. So there are things to say about different draft positions throughout the draft with doing the snake draft. I still think it's better than the other draft, but that's why the draft order draft pick is a big deal. And getting these players when you draft them is a big deal, because if you don't pick them up, you got a long time to wait for your next pick. Best, let's see here, Jinker Stinkers drafted 6th, grade A+. Best draft pick, Jared Goff, quarterback for the Lions. Jawan Jennings, wide receiver for San Francisco, was the worst draft pick there. Let's jump into him. I don't know him. Let's see what we got here. 11, 13, 13, 13, 13, 12, 13, 13, 12, 13, 13, 13, 13. Some good projected points here. Bye week, 13, 13, 13. There you go. got 51 points in 2023, got 210 points in 2024, projected to get 166 points this year. We'll see how that goes. Probably be closer to that 200 mark. So, looks like your worst pick probably still is a decent pick there. Good job, Mark. Projected to get 12 wins, 2 losses. Top on our list, Revenge, John Clan, the man everybody wants to beat. Not because he's the best, but just because he talks so much shit. So, drafted number 7th, A+ rating this year. Congratulations, John, top on the list. Projected wins, 13 wins, 1 loss is his projection. Everybody's going to be gunning for you. You better be bringing it every week. Everybody's going to be playing their best teams against you. Your best overall draft pick, Rashee Rice, wide receiver for Kansas City. And then your worst draft pick, according to Fantasy, Christian McCaffrey, running back for San Francisco. There you have it, everybody. That is our rundown from the draft, grades, and projected wins and losses. There we go. We'll keep it going here. Got games tonight. Watch the games tonight. Get your best teams in for each week, and we'll see you next time. Coach KP's out.